Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We're going to start a new segment here on the channel where we explore what your collection would look like if you could only collect from one brand. If you're only monotheistic when it comes to watches, right? If you can only own Omega, what three Omega are you going to choose? What would keep your attention? What would keep that fire for the hobby going for you? What would you enjoy wearing on your wrist? So I want to shout out Homer. Homer gave me this idea for this segment. We're going to do this once a week for the rest of the year. We're going to go through a bunch of different brands and kind of have fun with it. Now, I'm going to give you guys my picks, and I'm going to keep it fairly realistic. Like, what would I like to use and wear from this one brand? I'm not going to be picking the most outlandish, most expensive models. We're going to keep it fairly realistic. So that being said, this week we're going to be talking about Omega. Next week we'll do a different brand, and so on and so forth. So which three Omegas would I love to have in an Omega only collection? Well, personally, I love sport watches. Omega makes some excellent sport watches. I'm partial to divers. So you might be thinking, oh, definitely the new Omega Seamaster with the Wave. I've reviewed this. I love this model. I've owned the Planet Ocean. I've seen Aquaterras. But no, I'm going to throw a curveball at you guys. If it was me, I would pick the Seamaster 300. And not the latest trilogy 1957 edition, but the one that came out years ago. I think this is just a beautiful watch. I love the sandwich dial. I love the grain to the dial. I love the polished center links. Believe it or not, I think it looks very visually interesting. And this one, I believe, was the first Seamaster, or under the Seamaster line, to carry that jumping hour feature, which just comes in handy when you travel or when you're dealing with daylight savings times here in the United States. So I would pick the Seamaster 300 in black and stainless steel. This retails for $6,800, sells for right around $4,500. This one would be my sport watch pick. Now, what about a dress watch? You might be thinking Constellation, Globemaster, DeVille. Actually, I'm going to go with another Seamaster. I'm going to pick the 1948 Small Seconds in stainless steel. This thing retails for $6,900, so just a little bit more than the Seamaster 300. And I just love this. I love the vintage design. I've actually handled watches, Omega Seamasters from the late 40s and early 50s. And I like the fact that Omega really stayed true to that design. They upsized it just a little bit. It's still, it's still sub 40 millimeters in diameter, and it just looks really, really sharp. And if money were no object, I'd go with the platinum version with the gold hands and indices. But I don't have $42,000 for that. So I'm picking stainless steel to go along with my Seamaster 300, which brings us to the last pick. What watch could keep my attention that would work well with these two that I've already picked? So logic would dictate, hey, maybe add a complication, add something a little different, break it up. And for me, the quintessential Omega is gotta be the Speedmaster. I've personally owned the Hesalite. I've reviewed the Sapphire Sandwich. I've seen some pretty cool limited editions in various stores and jewelers. And for me, icing on the cake is just the classic professional with the Sapphire Sandwich. Looking through that case back and seeing the Cal 1863, which is finished nicer than the 61. There's no composite or plastic components here. It's just traditional watchmaking. It's beautiful. I just love the history here. And I really do like the big box presentation kit that these ones do ship with, just like the Hesalite. It's a pretty cool extra here, in my opinion. So this one is actually the cheapest out of all my picks, retailing at $6,350. So with the Sapphire Sandwich, the 1948, and the 300, I think this would be the ultimate killer trio for myself, for Bruce Williams. I would really love using and wearing these watches for the rest of my life. But what would you guys pick? Let me know in the comment section, and let me know what you think of my picks. We'll do this again next week. We'll pick another brand. We'll have fun with this. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks to you, Homer, for this segment idea. And we'll see you in the comment section.